Why does he wait till we come back? Well, hey, everybody, it's We Are Live. What's going on? Travis is in New York. We're here in St. Louis. The great Dr. Ed and his one workable arm has joined us in studio.
Dr. Ed.
Dr. Ed. Dr. Ed.
The good doctor is in.
One of those people singing might have a Stanley Cup ring. Think about that. You think Carly's going to get a ring?
She was on that? She's singing on that?
That was Carly in that, too. That was the girl's voice, yeah.
Yeah.
Travis, do you think Carly gets a ring?
I thought we said she did. I thought Gardner said when she was on 2 weeks ago that, she would get one.
Cool.
Why don't you just send her a text?
Yeah, we'll just
Be
make
like,
it happen. Dr. Ed joins us from Hillside Animal Hospital. If you have your pets this summer needing updated shots, anything to do with preventatives or any issues they may run into, be sure to take them to Hillside Animal Hospital right here in South St. Louis. Dr. Ed, we were talking about a story that we found pretty interesting. It took up about 20 minutes of our show already. An alligator, not the fart story, an alligator. Dr. Ed was like, let's talk farts.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Do you have 7 jokes lined up for the fart guy?
I was working on it.
Yeah, I figured you did. What
What do you do when a dog passes gas when you're examining it?
You blame it on the dog.
Yeah. Travis, how many dogs have been blamed for your passings?
I don't have dogs, Chris.
But if you were in a
Alright, so
room,
it's a cat.
yeah, I was gonna say if he was in a room and there was a dog present, I think Travis is just going hog wild.
I get it.
How can I go hog wild if you're in a room of dogs?
Oh,
It depends on if they're
semantics.
bulldogs.
Yeah.
Semantics.
He's getting me,
If they're bulldogs,
backing me into a corner. So Dr. Ed, we'll talk some stories. Alligator, South City. I need to know your thoughts. Travis, we wanted to ask Dr. Ed a question. Would you just put down an alligator immediately, or would you make sure it got to a
No.
sanctuary of some sort?
Oh, I don't think there's any reason to put it down. I didn't hear.
Come
the,
on!
I didn't hear the story though.
Oh, there was an alligator in Dutchtown, and it was found. It was 3 feet long and found in a woman's front yard. There it is. That's it. That's the actual gator. Travis blames white people for letting it loose. I have to agree wholeheartedly. It's probably our fault, but it was in Dutchtown in a front yard, and they did capture it. But so you think just take it to a sanctuary, huh?
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
just eliminate it immediately.
big boy here was like, let's just get rid of it. Let's kill it.
That thing would have an axe in its head before you could tell me to stop.
They're not.
That's
considered-
rude. That's
not
rude because if
that's not what you were
people be
saying
like that
earlier.
with pit bulls and y'all the main one. But pit bulls, they're raised a certain differently. They're different. And you see an alligator, ain't the alligator's fault and it's in the hood, but you want to throw an axe in his head.
I'm not saying kill pit bulls either. Like, I just don't think you should kill an animal just because of what it is.
I could get an alligator. What do you call it? When you go on vacation? A souvenir. I could get an alligator head souvenir, and I wouldn't even have to go to Destin.
You see now instead
Why
of
would you do that to
breed-
alligators, man? See, that's the problem now. That's the problem. Y'all too busy trying to ruin nature.
Yeah, instead of breed-specific bans, now we're getting into species-specific bans.
Yeah, I think so, and they are banned in St. Louis. Thank God.
Alligators are only considered adults when they hit 6 feet long. So that is a real little baby there. So
Have you ever had to do any exotic work to people? I can't imagine that many people in the St. Louis area have gators as pets.
No, I've never seen any gators. I've seen a few snakes,
Yeah.
and a few lizards, and of course the pocket pets.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
what's a pocket pet?
Hamsters, guinea pigs.
Oh, okay.
I've actually done
Sugar
I've
glider?
actually done surgery on some of those. It's actually kind
Really?
of fun. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I took had a little mouse from one of my employees that had a huge tumor on it, and I took it off,
And it lived?
and it lived for another 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. They know going in, that hey, this thing could die under anesthesia. It's very tricky, but it's like it can't live like this. So
Yeah. Well,
it's
good for you, Dr.
Yeah,
Ed.
it makes the job fun.
Okay. So, Travis, my compassion needs to be amplified. Would you agree?
Yes.
Modified.
Well, yeah, because just because you can't take it for your stupid dog walks, you just want to kill any animal that you don't think will go well with your pit bulls that you already own. So if you want people to show compassion to your stupid ass pit bulls, how about you show some compassion to the lizards?
No. Those are just
Yes,
cold-blooded
no.
eating machines.
That's not true. Have you ever held a bearded dragon? Held a bearded dragon?
It can't eat me, so I'm fine with bearded dragons.
What about turtles?
turtles? Turtles are fine.
All right.
They're fun little animals, but
in
snapping
soup-
turtle, I'll
Chris
cut
likes
its
them
head
in
off.
Soup.
Yeah.
What about snakes?
Snapping turtle, I'll kill.
What about snakes?
Snakes, disgusting.
Why?
They're eating machines. They
They're
have-
not. So what?
They're literally nasty.
They're
good
nice.
for.
What?
I wouldn't kill a snake. Black snake, no. Poisonous snake, I'll kill.
My mom is scared to death of snakes, so much so. When we first moved to O'Fallon, Missouri, when I was in second grade, we lived on like 17 acres of land, so we had a wide area out there. There was a garter snake in the
A
yard.
gardener snake.
Garter.
He was having a menthol.
Well,
Picture a little snake with a little menthol cigarette.
so my mom got in the. I still remember the car, the white Mercury Sable,
Of course.
and drove through the yard trying to run over the snake because she was so
Terrible.
scared
That's
of
amazing.
it. Like it's just a garter snake. That's
I
all.
have I have 2 snakes. I have a bearded dragon. I have 3 spiders.
Currently, you own a snake?
Yeah, 3 spiders, 2 turtles, 2 mice, a couple dogs.
Currently,
Yeah.
not when you were in elementary school.
No, like currently.
Okay.
Oh, and 2 geckos.
What do those snakes eat?
Little mice.
You feed them live mice?
Yeah, this week they have to
So
eat.
your mice population is in flux because right now it's 2, but it could be fewer tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Do you have mice?
They're
as
corn.
pets?
So they're corn snakes. But then we also had these 2 mice. These 2 full-grown mice that we had got for another pet we have. And they got out of their bag in the car. And then we went to Massachusetts. On the way to Massachusetts, these mice got out of the bag. They ran around the car. We bonded over like the week and a half that they were in the car. And then by the time we got home, we would have felt bad if we would have killed them. So
They
now we just
became family.
yeah, now we just have 2 mice.
What the mice want to do on vacation? Go see the big giant wheel of cheese? Or
Yeah.
Dr.
They-
Ed's fired on all
one
cylinders today.
one of the days we were in the car, we were driving for like 17 hours. We heard this little noise. We heard it like running around like
So how
I'm
does
in
it make
I'm
the
in the
sound?
It was like I was in the passenger seat and like we heard this noise above the glove box and we're kind of like looking and we know it's the mouse, but all of a sudden the mouse falls out from below the glove box, lands on my leg, runs up me, and then runs back down and back into the car, like into the inner workings of the car.
Did you scream?
I was nervous. Yeah, I mean, I didn't scream, but I'm sure I went like something like that because I didn't.
It was just
expect-
shocking.
Yeah, I didn't expect a mouse to fall on me.
Yeah.
Not generally.
So sorry, I derailed again.
Nope, it happens. We'll play. We'll play some dogs on film. I have been dominant as of late in such a game. Dr. Ed coming back confident, feeling like he's going to push things forward. Gardner, you ready for some dogs on film?
Oh, we could give that a go if you'd like.
I
Travis,
certainly
will you do the honors?
It's time for Dogs on Film.
Ah. All right. You guys ready to play?
Before we get started, Dr. Ed, how are you feeling? How are you? The shoulder surgery, it looks like it was successful. How are you feeling these days?
I'm doing pretty good. The pain has been very manageable. It gets sore, a little bit, and sometimes I'll forget and I'll try to move it the wrong way, and
That's the worst.
yeah. But no, they did a really good job with pain management.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
so-
it seems like.
When can you hop back on your bike?
Oh, probably not for 6 weeks total, so another 4 weeks.
Okay.
That's and I don't know what kind of incision they made, but I just from an ankle surgery I had in 2002, it looks like somebody did it with a dull butter knife, and then now the technology is amazing. How they go in and like the time frame you were just talking about for a person to sling and dealing with everything, feels like that's pretty efficient.
Yeah, it's actually it was arthroscopic, so I got
Yeah.
five little holes.
Just little dots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Huh. Travis, have you had any major surgeries?
No, Chris, I'm an amazing athlete.
That doesn't.
No, you're not.
Dogs on film. What do we got, Gardner?
Usually, amazing athletes have major surgeries at times because
Yearly.
they are such
No.
amazing
Yeah,
athletes.
yeah.
LeBron and I haven't had major surgeries. It makes sense.
Don't put that heat on him.
All right, dogs on film. We have
Los Angeles
6
Heat.
total movies. 3 pairings. We pit one movie against another, and we
Damn.
decide. Well, we have to. Tommy made me lose my train of thought. God.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we have 3 pairings of movies. We pit one against another, and you guys have to guess which one has a better score according to Rotten Tomatoes. Now, we'll have some themes throughout. There's not one broad theme this week. We have each pairing has its own theme. And also, we have a 7th movie for a tiebreaker. If we need to go to that tiebreaker, you guys will have to guess closest to the actual score. Closest to the actual score. Now, throughout the game, I'll decide if I want to tell a group or a person if they're right or wrong in their guess. If I want to go right, you'll hear.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
If it's wrong, you don't want that one. You don't want that one. So that's the basic rules of the game. Now, my friend Sean traditionally reads descriptions for these movies, for each movie, to kind of help you out in case you haven't seen it before. He's done so again this week.
I'm going to show Dr. Ed the video, but while you were gone, Sean went and did a trapeze thing, and you have to see it. It's amazing. I just want to, while we're at it, just another salute to you and Sean. That was an amazing video.
There's a mention of that in our chatting before and after each of these descriptions.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a real one.
In his bedroom or what?
No, Circus Flora.
It was so good,
wow.
Travis even gave Gardner kudos.
Yeah.
He gave somebody else credit.
All right, so our first set of movies, the first thing, each of these movies has just King in their title. King in their title. So here's your first movie for Dogs on Film. How was your 4th of July holiday?
Lovely. Lovely. Thank you. Let's see. 4th of July, what do we do? Well, nothing. All right. First up, we have Moonrise Kingdom, 2012. Drama, teen, 1 hour, 35 minutes. The year is 1965, and the residents of New Penzance, an island off the coast of New England, inhabit a community that seems untouched by some of the bad things going on in the rest of the world. 12-year-olds Sam, Jared Gilman, and Susie, Kara Hayward, have fallen in love and decide to run away. But a violent storm is approaching the island, forcing a group of quirky adults, Bruce Willis, Edward Norton, and Bill Murray, to mobilize a search party and find the youth before calamity strikes. It was a cute little movie.
I saw that in the theater with you.
Did we?
You had a coughing fit.
That means, that's why I sit on the aisle.
You had to leave.
I have to leave. When I get excited, I tend to hack. Can't help it.
All right. The first movie is Moonrise Kingdom. Going against...
Next up, we have Three Kings, 1999. Action-adventure, 1 hour, 54 minutes. Just after the end of the Gulf War, 4 American soldiers decide to steal a cache of Saddam Hussein's hidden gold.
Cache.
Led by cynical Sergeant Major Archie Gates, George Clooney, 3 of the men are rescued by rebels, including Chief Elgin, Ice Cube, but Sergeant Tony Barlow, Troy Barlow, Mark Wahlberg, is captured and tortured by Iraqi intelligence. The Iraqi rebels beg for the American trio to help fight against the impending arrival of Hussein's elite guard. The men agree to fight in return for help rescuing Troy. I didn't read that right, did I? I thought they were after the gold. Did they get the gold?
I never saw it.
Sorry, I didn't read that right.
All right. You have Three Kings versus Moonrise Kingdom.
Travis, Gardner's never seen Three Kings. I'm upset with him.
Three Kings is really good. I'm surprised Gardner hasn't seen that. It's a good anti-war movie. I am going to go with Moonrise Kingdom.
That's a bad choice, man.
All right, Marky Mark.
That is who that was. Did you ever see Three Kings, Dr. Ed?
I saw Three Kings. I didn't see Moonrise Kingdom, though.
Wes Anderson film. What do you think?
I think I have to go with Moonrise Kingdom, though.
Three Kings is one of my favorite movies of all time. I got to go with Three Kings, but I think it was put there so I would lose because I'm going to pick it no matter what.
Wes Anderson all the way. Let's go with Moonrise Kingdom.
Those of you that selected Wes Anderson's Moonrise Kingdom. Moonrise Kingdom loses with a 93.
That's
Three
a little
Kings,
high.
What?
94.
Wow, I don't know about that. Now wait a minute.
Now,
Wait.
Three
I'm gonna
Kings
pull a
is
Hey,
about
Dr.
my
Ed on
work
this
is
one.
done. You guys discuss.
Hey, I'm gonna pull my Dr. Ed on this one. That's kind of look. I like Three Kings, not at 94%.
It's
Now,
a
Chris, you can't ever get mad at Black Panther because if you mad at Black Panther being 97%, then I get to be pissed off at
no,
Three Kings being
no.
94%.
Three
That's I
Kings
don't know
has it
about that,
all.
Chris.
Three Kings is
See-
so good. It's dramatic. There's a story to it. It's funny.
94%.
It's accurate.
No, I see. I'm going to take off 2 points for spelling, on Gardner because it really is cash, not cachet.
Yeah, I realized that after the fact.
So that takes it down to a 92, and we win.
Dr. Ed anointed. I'll take that for him. I love Three Kings. It's so good. It's so funny.
It's a
Clooney's
good
great in
movie,
it.
not 94% good.
It's so good.
It's
Tell
like
Bill
80,
Murray that Mark
83,
Wahlberg's better
84.
than him.
I think Moonrise Kingdom's a little juiced on that too. I don't think that's a 93. I felt like a 75 or
Man, it's
something.
Wes
Don't
Anderson,
tell Bill
baby.
Murray
Wes
that.
Anderson do nothing but 90s. That's all he does. Wes Anderson out here like he Curry. His movie's always 90%.
The only thing I'm upset about is that Gardner didn't get a video clip of my favorite part in the entire movie. They're doing flashbacks of what they're reservists in the military, and they're over there, and they're like, well, what would you be doing if you weren't over here fighting? Because that's what the whole spirit of Desert Storm was. A lot of people are like, I don't know what I'm doing over here. I didn't think I was going to go to war. And they cut to Spike Jonze's character, who's a dude from a trailer park in Texas, and he's standing with his mullet, and they're like, what would you be doing, man? He's like, I don't know, dude. And it cuts to him with a shotgun shooting
Like
stuffed animals
cans?
outside of a
Oh,
trailer.
okay, yeah. Just shooting
It's
stuff
like-
off a log.
Yeah, Ice Cube's character, he's like, I'd be working at the airport. Everybody else would be working, and he'd be shooting, fluffy animals. So, yeah.
Wrong. Moonrise Kingdom's better.
So Chris has one. Everybody else nil as we go into the second pairing of movies. The theme for this one is night and day. Night and day.
Oh,
Bet we have a Batman
Okay.
in here.
So here you go with your first one.
Next up, we have Night Shift, 1982, comedy, sex comedy, 1 hour, 46 minutes. Chuck, Henry Winkler, has given up life as a stockbroker because it was too stressful. Now he works at an easy gig as a night shift attendant at the New York City morgue. His co-worker, Bill Blazinkowski, Michael Keaton, on the other hand, is always looking to make a quick buck. When Bill finds out that Chuck's prostitute neighbor, Belinda Shelley Long, needs a place to do her work, he convinces Chuck to turn the morgue into a brothel where they can work as her pimps.
Big Shelley Long fan?
Shelley Long, I remember Shelley Long in Chicago when I was a kid growing up, was the whatchamacallit girl for a furniture company. I can't remember the name of it, but that was her gig.
Did they have a jingle?
They did, but I can't remember it.
What's your favorite commercial jingle?
At 3 a.m. when you're in bed, the Somebody Brothers are baking bread, and that is the reason it tastes so good. Like oven fresh, something bread should. Or Palisades Amusement Park, it's the place. After dark, Palisades Amusement Park swings all day, and after dark, dun, 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 dun. Ride the coaster, get cool, ride the waves and the pool, have fun. Palisades Amusement Park. Never been.
Can we all just stop and just admit that Sean's better than all of us? Like, he's so funny. Oh,
Okay.
it's great.
So night and day, the
Drugs
theme.
help.
Night shift is the first one. So here's your second one. Here's the competitor for night shift.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991, fantasy mystery, 2 hours, 36 minutes. In this sequel, set 11 years after the Terminator, young John Connor, Edward Furlong, the key to civilization's victory over a future robot uprising, is the target of the shape-shifting T-1000, Robert Patrick. A Terminator sent from the future to kill him. Another Terminator, the revamped T-80, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
T-800.
T-800, Arnold Schwarzenegger, has been sent back to protect the boy. As John and his mother, Linda Hamilton, go on the run with the T-800, the boy forms an unexpected bond with the robot.
You scared of robots?
No, I'm not scared of robots, although... No, I'm not. But I do like Linda Hamilton when she was smoking Marlboros.
All right. Terminator 2.
this is a
Judgment Day.
trap. I know this is a trap. I'm going to go ahead and set this up right now. It's a trap. But I'm going to stick to my instincts because I think Terminator 2 is not only one of the greatest action films of all time, one of the greatest sequels of all time, and it's James Cameron's best work. So I'm going to go with that, but something tells me that's not going to be the winner. But I'm sticking to my heart and choosing Terminator 2.
So Terminator 2 Judgment Day for Travis, which is going against Night Shift. The rest of the gallery?
I agree with everything Travis says, but Night Shift is absolutely one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I mean, Leonard Carbone, hey, Barney Rubble, what an actor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of my favorite lines of all time.
It's a very good movie.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was just like, that might have been one of his first movies, and he was just like quintessential Michael Keaton. So I got to go with Night Shift just out of loyalty, and I don't care if it doesn't win or not.
Dr. Ed is a man on a mission. I love it.
I'm with Dr.
principle.
Ed. No, I'm with Dr. Ed on the principles. I think we both could be right, and I'm sticking to Terminator 2 because how I feel about that movie.
Terminator 2 for me as well. I think people view that as like a perfect action movie.
Michael Keaton was the best Batman and Spider-Man villain, so I'm going with Night Shift.
All right. Dr.
Okay.
Ed. Tommy.
Okay.
How are your
I'm pretty sure
principles
Chris
feeling?
cheats.
I wish I cared enough to cheat. I'm just so good.
Night Shift, a 92.
Sheesh.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, 93.
I hate you so much.
Do you see the evil
Unbelievable.
in his eyes? How happy he is?
There's a lot of evil in Chris's eyes.
I
yeah.
should have treated Dr. Ed better this week. I mean, I took a week off. He's
Dr. Ed
coming
wouldn't
off
talk
surgery.
to you on the street. I hope you know that.
You better not take your
He's gonna
pets
pop
into
you in
him.
the mouth.
He's gonna. If I'm in the
Yeah.
bike lane on my electric scooter and he's got his cycle going, he's gonna
He's-
run me off the road.
He's
now.
gonna aim for you like
Yeah,
your mom
he
made
is.
for that
Hey,
gardener
Hey,
snake.
I'm driving with one hand, Chris, so I'm a little unsteady. So.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
No, I have no problem with that. Night Shift, like I said. It's
That's a great rating. I need
It's
to
a-
see that movie.
92.
Yeah.
Oh, you've never seen it? Oh,
If
my
I
God.
have seen it, I would have been way younger.
Richard Belzer's in it.
Oh,
Henry
wow.
Winkler is
Oh,
also
yeah, yeah.
fantastic.
Okay, I need to watch it. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think I've seen it.
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton is there's some of the best jokes that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. And this is coming from someone that doesn't watch a ton of stuff, but maybe has seen some older stuff. Okay, so Chris has 2. Travis has 1-0 for Tommy and Dr. Ed. We go into our final pairing.
Should we take a break, Tommy? Me and you?
Yeah, I think we should. I'm gonna go back to Pokemon
I've been
Go.
thinking of
Dr. Ed's got some cases to review.
starting a electric scooter gang recently,
Hmm.
based off biker gangs. So I thought of biker movies.
Okay.
So that's the theme for your final pairing. Here's your first movie involving a motorcycle.
Next up, Ghost Rider, 2007, drama fantasy, 1 hour, 50 minutes. Years ago, a motorcycle stuntman, Johnny Blaze, Nicolas Cage, sold his soul to save the life of a loved one. Now he transforms into a fiery, avenging agent of justice at night wherever evil roams. As the only one who can walk in both worlds, Johnny is charged by Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles, Donald Logue, himself to destroy Blackheart, Wes Bentley, a demon that wants to overthrow Mephistopheles, and create a worse hell than the one that currently exists.
You still got a little stuntman in you, though. You did that trapeze video.
Oh, trapeze, schmapeze. Yeah, that was a disaster. I gave myself a D, didn't I?
What'd your dad say about it? Your dad's 89, right?
No, it's 88. He said, I'm proud of you, son.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you cry?
No. Stop looking at me.
You gotta cry, huh?
Come on,
God.
let's go to the next. Oh, God. Hold the phone. Stop. I'm all right. Oh, Daddy.
Gardner, you son of a bitch.
Made him cry.
Oh, no.
Ass.
Here's how I know
Dr.
Dr. Ed's
ponytail in your sleep. You son of a bitch.
Dr. Ed's evil. I've never seen Dr. Ed laugh so hard, and it took father emotion.
I took his father-son relationship and made my friend cry.
It's
What a-
Mephistopheles.
Take note, everyone. No, it's not.
No, I
saw the
am
movie.
taking note. Gardner is more vicious than I ever anticipated. I have underestimated Gardner for far too long. Never again. He can make grown-ass men cry without even physically harming them.
Yes.
You're a dark man.
You
Yes.
may not drink, but you're drunk with power. Okay.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
entertained myself. And
I
maybe
think
I
All right, what's the other
others.
movie?
tasted his tears.
What's your middle name? Mephistopheles?
Oh, God.
Yeah, good question, Dr. Ed.
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
All right. Ghost Rider. Here's what it's going against.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, 1991, drama action, 1 hour,
wow,
38
these are-
minutes. In this action movie, tough biker Harley Davidson, Mickey Rourke, teams up with his cowboy hat-wearing buddy known as the Marlboro Man, Don Johnson, to help save the bar of a mutual friend. Enacting a plan to rob an armored bank vehicle, the two are surprised to find that they've heisted a massive shipment of a new drug. Soon the corrupt bankhead, Chance Wilder, Tom Sizemore, sends trained killers to take out Harley and Marlboro, with the duo fighting for their lives.
All right.
Is Sam Elliott in that movie? If not, he should be.
Yeah. I just saw. Oh, so I'll derail it. We'll talk about it later. So, okay, what do we got?
Ghost Rider or Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. Travis, you go first.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
Okay. Chris.
I'll take the opposite.
He goes Ghost Rider. Tommy.
I saw Ghost Rider in theaters and it scared me real bad. I saw it opening night, so I'm going to go with Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. For Tommy. Dr. Ed.
I'm going to go with Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson. Those that went Ghost Rider. Starring the great Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
Oh, that's bullshit. Fuck this game.
I
Ghost
thought
Rider-
that movie was like a 3%.
It's not a good movie, but it's like.
Ghost Rider's awful.
Well, Ghost Rider's a 27.
But it scared me.
Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man's a 22.
Really? People liked that movie though, right?
Yeah.
Is it just because it had a cool name?
Yeah, but,
Is it a cult movie?
It
This
might
is
be.
bullshit.
That might make it
This is
different.
Yeah.
bullshit.
Travis, like
This is-
the Harley, like Dr. Ed, back me up on this. Like people speak with some reverence about that movie, right?
Yeah, 22.
I mean, I think they're both bad movies, but Ghost Rider may be one of the worst films ever created.
That's what I thought.
Like,
yeah.
I think that movie
I mean, let's
was
not
the
go that
beginning of
far,
the
all right?
end.
But it's not great.
Like, it took National Treasure to save Nicolas Cage's career after Ghost Rider. Like, that was an
that one got
awful
28.
film.
Yeah.
Hey!
This is so great. We're seeing
Watch your mouth, Ed.
He doesn't even get the
Doctor
of
Ed
it.
to you.
No. You got
Get him,
Ed
man,
for that
Dr.
one.
Ed.
Oh man, you're cutting him deep. This man.
Talk about Benjamin Franklin Gates like that.
I think someone has a little bit too much power from this game, or what?
I think so.
You want to cry? You want to cry?
Dr.
Leave
Ed?
my dad out of it.
You're not. You're not. You're not the only one who got some time off. He's refreshed and he's evil. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, okay, so we have a tie. Chris and Travis. We'll go to the tiebreaker movie.
No, Chris wins.
No,
doesn't
I
he?
won.
Oh, you won?
Yeah, please.
Oh,
Chris
I
won.
forgot.
No,
Okay.
no.
Chris
no.
chose Ghost
You
Rider.
guys
Chris won.
tied.
Yeah. Oh, no, I won.
Let's
Okay.
say they
No, I would
tied.
never.
Have
I would.
Have I missed one in like 3 shows? I think I've been
Yeah.
perfect.
No, you haven't.
I think
'cause
you. I think you've scored 9 in a row, Chris.
This is actually getting weird.
Have you guys noticed that Chris like always holds his phone during this game?
I was
I'm
thinking
texting
nobody can see what his laptop is on.
You want a Verizon payment?
Ooh.
Yeah.
No scores
Oh, I'm
there.
sorry you spend $600 a month on your phone.
I wish, man. That'd be a cool phone.
Okay, well,
80's too much for
let's
me.
do the tiebreaker anyway.
Poor man.
It was
Okay.
someone's. Was it yesterday? Tom Hanks' birthday? 2 days ago?
Yeah, 63rd.
Yes, it
I saw-
was.
I saw a video.
And also, there was an anniversary recently for a movie he was in, a rather popular movie. So here's your tiebreaker.
For the tiebreaker, we have Forrest Gump, 25th anniversary, 1994. Drama, comedy, drama, 2 hours, 22 minutes. Slow-witted Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks, has never thought of himself as disadvantaged. And thanks to his supportive mother, Sally Field, he leads anything but a restricted life. Whether dominating on the gridiron as a college football star, fighting in Vietnam, or captaining a shrimp boat, Forrest inspires people with his childlike optimism. But one person Forrest cares the most about, most may be the most difficult to save. His childhood love, the sweet but troubled Jenny, Robin Wright. Jenny was hot all the way through that movie. I like the hippie Jenny, I like the disco Jenny, I like I like all the Jennies. Jenny was hot, but Forrest loved her. He really did. It's a real tragedy. Box of in my ass. That's all I got to say about that. Now I got to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry, I've been on here too long. Gotta go. Bye-bye.
All right, Forrest Gump was the movie.
Tommy.
No, you first.
It should be like a 95. That's a really great movie. I'm gonna say 88.
88?
89.
89? Dr. Ed?
'Bitch move.
92.
92? Travis?
94.
94? 72.
Are you shitting me?
What the
So I
front
win.
door?
What's
that's
72?
horseshit. That's a great movie.
Hey, stop cussing in front
72.
of Dr. Ed.
72.
No,
I think
with this, I
I
think it's
think-
appropriate.
I think Rotten Tomatoes. We may need to find a new movie website.
Yeah, can we do
Like, you can't use
IMDb?
Rotten.
Do we all
Yeah, I think
agree
it's
that
time we
it's a
start
damn
using
fine
IMDb
film?
because it's Forrest Gump. No, so let me get this straight. What was the movie we did? The first two movies we did to start the game off.
Moonrise Kingdom and whatever
Three
movie
Kings.
he likes.
Three Kings, one of the
Wait,
greatest
so you're
movies
telling
ever.
me Three Kings is better than Forrest Gump? Get
By
the
a wide
freak
margin.
out of here, bro.
And here's one.
No.
I will
no,
say
That's
this.
stupid. We're done with Rotten Tomatoes. We're gonna pick another website. We'll find a black website. Whatever. We'll find something else. Entertainment Tonight. We'll do Access Hollywood. Whatever.
IMDb
But we're
is the
done
way to
with
go.
Rotten Tomatoes. That's bullshit. You just disrespected one of the greatest films in the last literally 25 years.
And
Just
now-
by you come
Maybe-
to 70. No, y'all
Hey,
lie.
Ratings may be by Rotten Tomatoes, but it sounds like someone's got sour grapes.
Are you mad you didn't? That sounded like a
Dr. Ed, are you with
joke.
me on this one?
Yeah.
Dr. Ed,
no,
are you with me on this? Are
there's
we
no
done
way-
with
there's
Rotten
no way
Tomatoes?
that- There's no way that that's a 78.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's
72.
People, it's you're
It's
correct. It's not a
72.
78. No, I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's hipster. It's people trying to act like they're too cool for it. There's no other
Forrest
explanation. Listen,
Gump.
Three Kings. Yes, it's a culty. One of my favorite movies. Those scores should be flipped.
Yeah, you belong in a cult.
Three Kings should be a 72.
I got some homework for Gardner. I want him to find a
Oh.
Rotten Tomato rater.
Uh-huh.
I mean, someone who actually works.
Oh, we
for-
can get the founder.
Yes.
Matt Atchity is from Kansas City. He's with Young Turks now, but there's a
Man,
woman.
just don't be saying that. Let's
Gray?
go find out who it is. Go get him. Get somebody from Rotten Tomatoes on here so we can yell at him.
That
Well,
sounds
yeah,
like a
so
good
we-
booking for you, Travis.
Right.
Why don't you scream at him
IMDb.
and be like,
Yeah,
"You're
I'll do
coming
that.
on here."
Just
Yeah,
start
so-
doing IMDb.
So we can put out their address and we can throw Rotten Tomatoes.
It's on a scale of 1 to 10.
Thank you. I'm with you.
Yeah, I
What?
don't like that.
There's
as
a woman
much.
named Gray, maybe.
Yeah.
Either way, I'll find the contact and we'll get somebody from Rotten Tomatoes on.
Gosh,
And maybe we can get that next week.
Maybe we can get all 5 people who rate these movies on at one time.
Yes.
And
yes.
backhand them.
Get their
yeah.
ass, Dr. Ed.
I love.
That's bullshit.
I
Robert
love-
Zemeckis. That's like didn't that movie win like 45 Academy Awards?
It almost got best. Did it almost get best picture too?
I thought it
did.
won Best Picture.
It did.
It beat Shawshank Redemption, which I think probably factors into some of the scoring. There's some hate scoring going on because of that. Because that would be
Right.
the only movie that could have beat
I
that
didn't
movie.
realize those came out the same year.
Yes.
There's a
Those are
couple,
both great movies.
couple of things here. Am I evil?
Shawshank's better.
Maybe. Because when I
Shawshank
saw the
Redemption,
rating
yeah.
for this movie and wanting to use it, this is after I made my friend cry. I said to myself, "Oh, this is going to be wonderful." Because when I tell them what the score is, they're just going to yell and argue, and that's what happened, puppets. What happened?
Take your little finger out of your mouth.
Andy Dufresne.
Oh, everyone's mad now.
Yeah, we are. And Travis.
It won Best Picture. It won Best Director and Best Actor for Tom Hanks. Best Adapted Screenplay. Best Visual Effects. Best Film Editing. Also won Best Picture Golden Globes. Best Picture People's Choice Awards. Best Picture Young Artist Awards. That's bullshit that it's 72%. Rotten Tomatoes, we are officially done with you. Get out of my face. 72 for Forrest Gump? Are you out of your damn mind?
Yeah, it's not right.
Should we do a little project where Tommy gets to email the critics that gave it low scores to have them explain?
Hi,
those?
I'd like to score you.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah.
sounds weird, though,
Yeah,
too.
do
All
that,
right.
Tommy. I like that.
Can you see
All right.
Dr. Ed if they showed up? I could see Dr. Ed. He's like, yeah, meet me at my office. And they walk into like an exam room. He locks the door behind him.
Have a little chat.
Listen
Yeah.
to this.
Did
Needle.
you know
Listen to this. In
anesthesia for dogs
2011
works on people?
This is crazy. The Library of Congress even selected the film for preservation in the United States Film Registry, calling it culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. And it's a 72 on Rotten Tomatoes. We're fucking done with that website.
Oh, calm
Find
down.
something else.
Dr. Ed, can I ask you a question that I brought up earlier that I wanted to ask you before you leave? So,
It'd be funny if you said no.
I mean,
Sure
you
can.
might. It's me.
Yeah.
Are bulldogs like pigs? Because I think my bulldog is a little bit like a pig, like owning like a
Oh boy.
like a pig. Does that question make sense?
I don't remember that during my 4 years of veterinary school. I think they were separate classes, dogs and pigs.
But do they act like pigs?
Pig organs can be used for people organs.
Here's my
right?
thing. They both snort. They both go.
Oh
like that.
God.
They both eat so much, and they both lay out in the sun and mud. At least mine.
And you
does.
mute my mic?
Here,
I
let
told
me
you I was going to ask this earlier.
let me make this more interesting because we've talked about this before. People are constantly talking about more and more. Pigs are about the same intelligence of a dog. You do not advocate for pigs as pets. You said they're not that great to have as pets.
Not in my opinion, no,
Yeah.
but
He also
there
doesn't
are
like
people who like it.
bulldogs. That's another thing they got in common.
Well,
Yeah, well, let me put this back to you. Are certain people like pigs?
Yeah, Gardner.
I read a.
Why'd you look at me like that?
Oh man.
Oh, okay. I see where we're going now.
The one book I read in school, they all turn in. The pigs are walking upright at the end. Animal Farm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
It's a
I'm
classic.
Well,
I'm
Tommy, animals can share certain characteristics. It doesn't mean that they like each other.
Okay.
Or they're
Thank you, Dr.
Or
Ed.
that they're related.
I'm glad you got your doctorate to
Here.
answer questions like
The
that.
way Dr. Ed was getting ready to explain that, it was the first word he said. Told me everything I needed to know. Tommy. He said it in that kind of Tommy.
Oh my goodness. Guys, today I've told you I'm giving blood at Hillside Animal Hospital. I'm not telling you that just to humble brag, kinda. But check out hillsideanimalhospital.net for location, everything else, all their capabilities. But today I'm going to go give blood at 3:30. There are some spots still available. You can call up Hillside right now, 314-645-2141. This is very important. The Red Cross is in a shortage right now. There's been all kinds of issues this summer that they need help. So go donate blood, and you can do it through our partners at Hillside.
Yes, I'm putting out a plea to someone to take my spot since I had surgery 2 weeks ago. Seriously, I cannot give blood, and I always do at all these blood drives.
Yeah.
So if there's someone out there who's willing to step up and
I think let's find somebody. So we'll make that our goal today, that We Are Live brings another person besides myself and my perfect blood that will be given to those others. Again, 314-645-2141.
I have a Forrest Gump review that I would like to read off Rotten Tomatoes.
Let's get Dr. Ed mad before he leaves. Go ahead.
This is from Eric Cohn from IndieWire. It remains a bad movie that gets worse with age. Stanley Kaufman from the New Republic says, I can't see how people with low IQs or those who love them are in any way comforted by all this hogwash. I can easily see how such people might be offended by its smug unreality. And the last one, by Amy Nicholson from LA Weekly. So afraid to dredge up debate that when Forrest is handed a mic at an anti-war rally, someone unplugs the speakers so we can't hear him. Fitting for a movie with nothing to say.
yeah, this is the guy who gave. You talk about unreality. He gave a 98 to Terminator 2 or whatever.
Yeah, let's see what he
Well,
said about Terminator.
But unreality, yeah, they literally stuck a fake character into real life situations. No shit. So what are you talking? And it's also called fiction for a reason. That's what unreality is. Are these people morons?
Yes. I think
This
we can
is
all agree on that.
absolutely. I'm so offended by these smug elitists who live in Brooklyn or parts of New York, and they forget where they come from. They forget their
Somebody's moving
Midwestern
back.
roots, and they absolutely. I can't stand those smug people.
Gardner's smiling like he has stock in Rotten Tomatoes or something.
This has been my favorite Dogs on Film.
He gave Rocket Man an 89, though.
Oh, of course. I can.
Oh, of course he
see-
did.
Yeah.
Of course he
Yeah.
did.
Oh, this has
I'm-
been so amazing.
I'm hip to what's going on here.
Gave the Apollo 100.
Yeah, somebody wants VIP tickets to the Democratic National Convention.
Yeah.
He gave the new Hellboy 100.
See,
Okay.
I can't-
now
I
he's
can't
an
even-
asshole.
I'm not-
Let's move on.
yeah. So,
This guy's dumb. I've
guys,
seen these movies.
Dr. Ed comes in each week for Dogs on Film. We love having him in. Glad you're doing well, sir, and very excited to get over and donate some blood. So if somebody does have availability this afternoon, hit me up, hit up Hillside, let them know We Are Live sent you. It's a very, very good thing that Dr. Ed organizes these things at his practice. So, Dr. Ed, we'll get you out of here. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You're going to be back next week with our new Rotten Tomatoes where we just bash on the critics the whole time?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Guys, we'll take a real quick break. We'll be back on the other side.
We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live.
Welcome back to We Are Live here in St. Louis. Huge thanks to Dr. Ed. And again, if you guys can give blood today and you're in the South City area, would love for you to support Dr. Ed as he supports the American Red Cross with Hillside Animal Hospital. Travis Terrell is in New York. We're here in St. Louis. We've got a few things to jump to. I feel like this is something Travis is either going to be super in love with or super, super annoyed with. I thought this started with Max Holloway, 145-pound champ from the UFC, where he did a spin kick and spun a bottle top off, and it's turned into this whole thing. There's a lot going on with the bottle cap challenge. Gardner, you're a cantankerous old man. Does it bother you, or do you like it?
I'm trying to figure out how it started, but trying to figure out the origins for things can be difficult because we are ridiculous people.
Yep.
So
I thought from the
curious about
viral
that.
standpoint, it was Jason Statham was the one that allowed it to go viral.
Now,
Yeah.
he's huge, so that would make sense, but Holloway did it like 5 days before him, I feel like. But, again,
But
maybe,
I feel like no
maybe
one
I'm
knew who
insulated.
Holloway was.
You are.
And then Jason Statham, everyone knows who he is. Like, everyone knows that he's
good
a
point.
big star. So I think that was more impressive that we know Jason Statham is very, like, he does a lot of his own stunts in his action films. But I don't think anyone anticipated him being the one to be able to actually do something that athletic
And
and that
wasn't-
impressive.
was his in response to John Mayer or something
Yeah,
along
John
those
Mayer
lines?
did it.
I
So
thought so.
I don't know
I saw John Mayer do it.
And then there was one, Travis, I know you had tweeted this one out. I don't know who this guy is.
Okay, this was pretty freaking know who they are. But this made me wonder, is everyone a Power Ranger?
And then bam. So
Like, see, yeah, like that's impressive. Like, it's
can do that.
high, and then he did a double whip. It was like a double whip, and that was pretty impressive.
I'm trying to figure
But
out.
that was the thing that blew me up. That what kind of threw me off guard was like, where did everyone get? Like, I knew Jason Statham was good. I didn't think he could do that. I didn't think, like I said, there were random people around the world that were capable of doing this thing. This looks pretty difficult to do.
So what is it?
I
You
wanna
just
try it.
unscrew it, unseal it, or something. So
Yeah.
like, how loose do you make
Probably.
the cap? I guess is the question.
I think you would. I mean, I think for those who are me, well, you probably want to make it as loose as possible. But with the two videos we saw with Statham and the gentleman who did the double whip, those things look like they were nice and tight, or they were on there pretty well.
Yeah. Because I mean, they were. You could see them spinning in the slow mo there.
There have been some great ones, though. There have been some really funny ones. And then I saw somebody. I don't know if this was a trick video, but I saw someone do it with a spoiler of their incredibly expensive sports car.
Well, we saw Mariah Carey do it too. Right? It was Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah Carey, but that was
Where she
a
sung it off?
joke. Yeah, she sung it off. I think that was obviously a
Maybe
silly one. But then
if
there,
you
like I
do
said,
it
there was one.
sound.
There was I mean, that's possible.
Huh.
I don't think that's possible though.
Trying to think of one for Sean to do.
Oh God.
Where he sucks the cap off and just downs the bottle.
Just make him open a Natty Light can with his toes.
Is he a burper? Is Sean a burper?
I don't see him burping a whole lot. No.
He just goes to the bathroom.
Maybe.
Yeah, he does it.
Yeah, or maybe like
Why
he's
does
falling
Sean
off
sound
a
like
bar
Mark Wahlberg?
stool, and yeah, maybe when he's falling off a bar stool, he's like grabbing for something, and he absolutely makes it spin.
That's good.
Yeah, that might
That's a good
work.
sketch,
He's
yeah.
got a hernia, like
Oh.
right where his belly button is.
Why is
Try and
everything-
use the hernia
He should
to,
definitely use his hernia.
to spin it off or something.
How should I do
Or
it?
I thought of like remember that cheese challenge throwing it on their babies' faces? Thought about
Yeah,
trying to
that
get
would've
him to
been
do
good.
it and not telling him, but trying to get him to do it. And right as he's about to do something, that like three of us just threw cheese on his face.
Why
He
are
would
we
stand there
doing
for
these
like
things?
20 minutes staring at everyone. And we should start doing this.
What kind of cheese is this, Gouda?
Perfecto. Gardner, do we want to do some fair or foul to close out the show?
Yeah.
Travis, let us be, sir.
Let's turn it over to our new fair or foul.
At this defining moment, change has come to America.
People often ask me, what's fair or foul? Is it a segment? Is it a movement? Is it hope? I can't say for certain. Time will be a true test of its power. But I can say, fair or foul is now and forever for the
waving it
people.
in our face.
Gather around the radio with your loved ones and hold on to your butts. It's now time for fair
We give it back to you, the people.
or foul.
Throw out your topics. We decide if it's fair or foul.
Rotten Tomatoes, fair or foul?
Wow.
Piece of shit. That's what it is.
I got one.
What do you got?
Naming your Pokemon.
You're really trying
Foul.
to make this a thing.
Yeah,
Foul.
I am.
Well,
named
Tommy,
my-
I love you. I really do love you. But I think you should stop talking about Pokemon Go in public.
I
Like
named my-
this is my way of saying like there's toilet tissue on your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't want you to leave the bathroom looking stupid. So this is my way of just keeping you from going out into the world to look dumb. Stop mentioning Pokemon Go in public. Keep that to yourself. Let that be yours. Oh,
Read
oh,
his
God.
name. Read his name. Read his name.
Gardner.
and what is this character?
His name's an Ursa ring.
It's a bear.
It's a bear Pokemon. I named it that because Gardner is inside his tummy.
Oh.
Oh, Gardner.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not pleased
Oh,
with
God.
this, so I say foul because this is why he brings this up.
Here's the thing. I think it's fine to bring up Pokemon Go in public and anything I like in public because being a nerd is fine. Liking this stuff is cool. Why don't you be more inclusive, Travis?
Oh, woke bully, as I call Travis.
That's fair.
Fair foul. Stranger Things season 3 better than Stand by Me.
Oh, fair. And I love Will Wheaton.
I haven't seen Stranger Things season 3, so
Better
You can't
than
compare the two. I don't think that's.
Yes,
I don't like
can.
that you're comparing the two.
it's tough to get
I don't
by
think
Stand
that's-
by Me though.
They're
better
two
than-
different movies.
better than Super 8, the movie. Super 8 was great.
I
Oh,
love
Super 8 was
Super
shit.
8.
No
It's
one
No, I
likes
thought it was
Super
good.
8. Oh,
Super 8 is one of my
Super 8
favorite
was-
movies in the world.
I thought it was really
but
good.
Stranger
Rotten
Things-
Tomatoes, that Gardner.
Yeah, well, I'm
Super
going to.
8's
I'm
a
going to my
terrible
guiding
film.
light, Rotten Tomatoes. And,
Guiding light for asshole behavior.
let's see.
Super 8 was really good. I'm going to guess 85.
Okay.
No way. Super 8's got to be 60.
No.
81.
Yeah. See?
That's such.
It was
No.
really good.
J.J. Abrams only makes
No, it
quality
wasn't.
things.
It really was.
Stop now. Stop. Y'all not. Now you. Hey.
You guys seen the
Hey.
Star Trek
Fair.
movies? They're great.
Fair or foul, Travis, an alligator is not going to be the craziest animal caught in South City, St. Louis the rest of the calendar year. So
That's fair.
let me rephrase. There will be an animal wilder caught in South City, St. Louis than an alligator. Fair or foul?
It's called Gardner.
He's a tomcat from what I
Foul. Foul. Nothing's getting more wild than because a bear is not going to get that close to urban areas. So I'm going to go with nothing gets crazier than the alligator.
You don't think so, Gardner?
Foul.
Prediction, I say fair. Prediction, a bear gets caught right near the river to Pear in South City.
That's possible because it could work its way over from that casino
It's gonna make
area
it.
or something. Okay, Tommy.
And then what? Then what?
And don't say a
Fair,
squiggly
foul
bear.
for everybody.
Squiggly bear?
A what? What's he say?
What's
Yeah,
that,
you
Trav?
say some shit out of you.
I think it's fair. There's going to be a worse animal caught.
Okay.
For
Okay.
sure.
It would have to escape from the zoo, right?
No.
Here's one for
No,
you
it should come
guys.
from the woods.
Fair or foul, still listening to a music artist that you have as your favorite if your ex-girlfriend started dating them.
What is what?
So
is
for
impressive?
example,
What is
I
this?
say so for example, say I'm a Kanye fan and I found out my ex-girlfriend started dating Kanye. Would
saying
you
you dated
still
Kim
listen
K?
to Kanye's music?
No.
Yeah, whatever. But the
I've-
fact is, fair or foul, listening to that artist's music if they're dating your ex-girlfriend.
Or
Did
flip it and you find out that an artist and whoever you're dating had been together. That also, I think, should be included because No, I don't. You can't listen to him anymore.
Is
No,
this
see
based on
now,
a
see
news
now,
story?
no,
Did
no,
you
no, no,
use your
no,
imagination?
because no, this is actually something I saw on Twitter, and
Okay.
I thought it was a very good conversation. So I'm curious, would you still listen to Arcade Fire, Sturgill Simpson,
Depends on the
Kanye
artist.
West, if one of your favorite artists, and you discovered that your ex was dating the lead singer or dating the artist himself?
Yeah, with exes, I'm done. I'm done, and I moved on. So I'm saying yes. I'll still listen if it's an ex.
It depends on
Okay.
how we broke up, how bad that was, and how much I enjoyed the music.
And whether she had moved to Boston yet or not.
So I say fair if I listen to the music still? Oh, that hurts. I just caught that.
Maybe she was saying she's gonna date the singer from Boston.
Oh, no. Tommy.
Oh.
You broke his heart.
Oh,
You broke his heart, and his heart is already...
oh, come on!
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness! Come on!
I made Sean cry.
He did a walk-off for those listening at
Chris
home.
broke Tommy's heart, which is already not in great condition. Just walked out of the studio, closed the door.
Let me say for the record, we did fair or foul the old way. We never had these problems.
I blame Rotten Tomatoes that put us in this mood.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes.
I agree.
did this.
I will still use their power though for my advantage.
That's terrible, guys. That's been
That's
great.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Gardner, answer the question.
Okay, what was it? Okay, I say fair if I still listen,
If your ex starts dating one of your favorite artists.
so I can still listen. Yeah, fair. I'll listen.
Yeah, exes for me. I'm not to be weird or anything, but when it's done, it's that artist didn't hurt you.
Okay.
So she started dating Sturgill. You still listening to Sturgill?
Yeah. Well, okay. Now you're putting it. Well, what if we saw him together? What if we did? That's cheating. Essentially.
Yeah, I didn't believe Chris the way he was saying it.
Yeah, I was being real tough.
Chris was trying.
I was
yeah,
being
he was
real
trying to be
tough.
It was
And
the
then
way
I-
you worded things. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna let it go.
But
But there was a way to kind of poke a hole in there.
if you're gonna tie it personally, yeah, I might care.
Yeah.
Because Chris loved him some Sturgill.
I
those
think
slow, especially him, because his slower stuff is just so heart wrenching in a good way
Yeah.
that I don't think I can connect
See, you know
with it
what
emotionally
what
anymore.
would really piss me off is like if there's, and here, I say fair, but like, what if it was like a really bad breakup,
Yeah.
and then you find, and it's like this is one of your favorite people, and then it makes you hate that artist when there's no reason to hate that artist.
Correct.
But then you start questioning their judgment and their taste and things, even at that point. So you're like, how did this happen? How did we get to this point?
Yeah.
Like, it can be a very sordid tale and unnecessary, but it can still end up there.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm saying foul. I don't know. It depends on the particular situation, I guess. Is what it is. Damn you, Terrell.
Yeah.
I know, that's such a good question. I saw that and I
Okay.
was like, I think I got to walk away from this one because that's too personal.
Great fair fouls today, everybody.
Man,
That'll
your ex
conclude it.
dating your ex. That's a good God. Might be dating Chris Brown or something. Jesus.
Yeah, that's
Ugh.
bad news.
Well, then do you try and help her?
Yeah.
Like, are you obligated to say, hey,
Right.
this guy's kind of
She got
problematic?
Google.
Good point. Guys, I wanted to thank Pet One St. Louis West for sponsoring the show. Our friend Tommy Bannister of Circa Properties for sponsoring the show. Big shout out to him. If you guys are looking to buy or sell in the St. Louis area, he is your man. Other thank yous to our friends at Getaway Carts to customize without limits. Be sure to hit them up today. Love all of our people like Buzz's Hawaiian Grill. Look for a very cool video we're putting out with Buzz very soon. And if you're around St. Louis this week, go get lunch. Have some Buzzes. Tell them we are live. Sent you. Guys, that's going to do it for today. Big thanks to the Kransberg Arts Foundation for this building we get to hang out in all the time. We got some cool events coming up at some of our venues. Hopefully some more announcements coming soon on some other exciting things happening around Midcoast Media and here. For Gardner, for Travis in New York, for I hope Tommy's still the
I'll
intern.
check on him.
He walked out. That'll do it for today. Love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow live at 8 a.m. We'll see you then.
Peace.